Class is in session. Welcome to the Hitting the Book show for Tuesday, March 24th. Ian Cameron, Connor Mack in the house, ready to break down NHL to start. We'll do NBA. We'll do NIT, the quarterfinals taking place tonight. Yeah, actually, we'll do both. We'll do quarterfinals tonight and tomorrow because tomorrow is going to be more Sweet 16 and MLB.
Yeah.
We'll do all the quarterfinals tonight. There's 2 tonight and there's 2 on Wednesday. And then we'll continue a little more MLB futures talk at the end of the show. I know we started a little discussion about some MLB futures bets yesterday. I know a lot of the viewers enjoyed that. So we'll continue that at the end as well. We'll start with the NHL. I don't think there's enough games tonight on the NHL board. I think they could schedule more than they did. 15 NHL games tonight. Just absolutely insane. The lack of balance we continue to see. 1 game last night, 15, 2 games tomorrow night, 13 on Thursday night. It's just ridiculous at this point. The imbalance in the NHL schedule on a nightly basis. It is crazy, C-Mac. There's no excuse for it. You know, you can at least go 4 games last night, 5 games last night, and go with 9 or 10 tonight, something like that. Balance it out a little bit more, for crying out loud. But they just don't opt to do that, this league, for some reason. I'm going to just try to whittle this down to my select few bets that I like quite a bit tonight. I like Seattle. I think they're going to beat Florida. I think Florida's just too many injuries. They're coming off a road trip. They're getting to the point where they need a win badly to, 4 points out of a playoff spot. They've actually played Florida very well. So as a slight open.
Did they just play? I just had them.
Yeah,
Seattle was home, right?
Yeah,
was it last week?
Seattle won. Yeah, a couple weeks ago. Seattle beat Florida at home. So, this is a rematch. Seattle actually won in Florida last year, the last time they made the trip to Sunrise. So, and Florida's just got so many injuries, right? They got 2 defensemen out, Balinskis and Mikkola. They've already still got Reinhart and Lundell and Marchand, and you go on down the list, and it's just a banged-up team. They're not making the playoffs. They're coming off a road trip. It couldn't set up any better for Seattle, in my opinion, here tonight. So I did take them here as a slight dog in that one. What else have I got? I got Chicago Island, a couple overs. Colorado, Pittsburgh, think it could go over. Carolina, Montreal, think that could go over. Backup goaltenders between the Blackhawks and the Islanders, Soderblom and Riddick. So that game could have some goals in it. I think my favorite over could be New Jersey, Dallas at 5.5. New Jersey's been kind of playing high-scoring games, scoring, but giving up goals. I think for Dallas, after 2 losses this weekend, offensively, they bounce back tonight. I think New Jersey pots a couple and sends that game over 5.5. Anaheim team total over in the late night hours. I think Utah moneyline team total over split for the Mammoth against the struggling Oilers, who are going with Tristan Jarry in net tonight, who has been really bad lately for the Oilers. He's given up like 4 goals or more in every recent start.
I'm on it.
As well. C-Mac, big NHL slate. What are you liking tonight?
Yeah, I'll rip through it. At this price, I like the Wild here. Plus 140. I'll take that. This number with them anytime, on the road. At least I think we got a good shot with that price. Blues. Give me the Blues at home here. Basically even money. Just about moving to them a little bit more on the Blues.
Logan Thompson in net for Washington. That's a big break.
No Thompson.
Yep.
It is. It's moved that way. Yeah, Mammoth. I'm on it. Team total. They never have beat Oilers in a short few years, I believe, right?
Yes.
I was just going through that earlier today. I mean, this is a big time to take advantage of it, right?
Yeah.
I mean, you got to think. So I took, the team total over 3.5. I think the full game could get over, and it was even money. So I'm on it, on it. And lastly, Ducks. I don't mind. I think it still gets over. Ducks, Canucks, over 6.5, minus 120. Goals galore. I love it.
Yeah, I could see it. I think Anaheim will get theirs. It's a question of can Vancouver get enough.
I think they could.
Played Anaheim well, and they've been able to score against Anaheim in the past. We'll see if that can continue tonight. But I could only look over 6.5 at that one as well. No question. All right, NBA. It's a short card. Main bets for me. Four main bets in the NBA. Kings and Hornets over. Sacramento's kind of back to playing no defense again. Charlotte's been lighting it up. Charlotte plays fast. Sacramento plays fast. I think you're going to see points in that game. So I like that over with Hornets and Kings. I'm on the Pelicans plus 9. against the Knicks. They're on a roll, 6-4 straight up, 8-2 against the spread their last 10 games. And the 4 losses for the Pelicans, 9 points or less to the likes of the Cavaliers, the Suns, the Heat, against playoff-bound teams. They've been competitive, so I think they can stay in that number. They only lost by 5 at home to the New York Knicks earlier this season, the Pelicans. So I think they're going to be able to be competitive tonight at Madison Square Garden against the Knicks. And then I like the over team total with Denver, and Denver Phoenix over 232.5 in the late game. Denver's offense is humming again. They've gone over 119.5. Denver, their team total, 8 of the last 10 games. They've scored 130s both times against Phoenix this season. So that Nuggets team total I like, and a little bit on that full game over as well. CMAC, NBA, 4 games on tap. What do you like tonight?
I know the Nuggets have just been scoring. I think the defense needs to be better. I don't know if it happens because Suns are under team. When I see 233, I lean the other way. The under. I haven't bet it. I don't know if I can trust it. And you talked about when they get just in, it kind of goes their way and they just get into a back and forth where the Suns have to control it, try to slow it down. That's just the offense that they have. So I lean the under. I don't know if they can do that here at home. Yeah, these 2 dogs. I know Orlando's on a back-to-back. It was a horrible loss. They haven't looked good. A whole bunch of guys out. Suggs out. I mean, I thought about even playing this first half, but I took the 11 the whole game. And the other one, Pelicans. I kind of agree as well. I like a full game. I even like a first half against New York. I think there's 5.5s out there, I believe. Couple 5.5s still. So Pelicans first half, 5.5 is what I like in that one. NBA.
There you go. So liking the Pelicans, especially more so first half, Mac, with the Pelicans there plus the points against the Knicks. All right, college basketball. We have the NIT tournament quarterfinals. We got 2 tonight. We have 2 tomorrow night in action. We'll start with the 2 tonight. I like 1 favorite. I like 1 dog. All right, let's make this a little fun here. CMAC, what dog do you think I'm on tonight in Wichita State, Tulsa, or St. Joe's, New Mexico? I like 1 favorite and I like 1 dog. Which dog do you think I like?
St. Joe's.
You got it. You know me well, man. You do. You know me well. That is the dog. That's the dog of the 2 that I like. A lot of points. That's number 1. No, look, and it's for St. Joe's. It is a little bit of a tricky spot because they had that massive comeback against Cal. And you're now on the road again. Altitude, the whole bit, Albuquerque, the pit. And the pit should be a good atmosphere tonight now that they're close to getting to the semifinals, the Final 4 of the NIT, if you will. So I think it'll be a decent atmosphere for New Mexico at home tonight. But I just like the heart and the fight and the resolve and the guts of this St. Joe's team right now and the way they're playing. I think they can hang in there, and they're getting a pretty healthy number in this game, getting 10.5, 11 in some spots. So Connor Mack nailed it. That's the dog for me tonight. St. Joe's plus 10.5, plus 11. And I did lay it with Tulsa. They're the favorite I like tonight. Tulsa 3.5, 4 against Wichita State. They've been pretty good at home all season. The Golden Hurricane. Wichita State's now going on the road a second straight time. I think that one could get over the total, and people agree because that total's gone up a little bit from 151. But yeah, I laid it with Tulsa. A little bit on that over as well with Wichita State, Tulsa, and then St. Joe's as a dog in the late game. CMAC, the 2 quarters tonight in the NIT. What do you like?
Man, these 2 games got me digging and just going to be off, I believe, both these games. Man, I want Tulsa too. I mean, it's their 4th matchup this year, of course. Tulsa wins at home by 10, which 81-77 win by 4, and then they just won on the neutral, of course, 81-68. And Tulsa back here at home where they've been great, 15-2 all year. They do have, and the total's moved a little up. I think this is an over. Lean over. It's starting to move, though. Yeah. Like, I had this at 153, a lean. It's going that way, and I didn't put the bet in. So, it's just a lean for me. Now it's creeping up here, 154.5. We talk about these NIT games, I don't know. By this time, maybe it's even the next game here, the final. We start to see a little more defense. Yes. Now these teams have made it. So we'll get to that in tomorrow's games just after these. But what's his name's out here for Tulsa? I mean, is he going to play? He's a pretty big part. This team could shoot the three well. Green.
Yeah.
He's been out the last couple games. He's a pretty good shooter. Shoots 40% from three. Averages 16 points.
Last I heard, he's going to try to give it a go tonight.
I think he's going to, but I don't.
Green, of course, is
that's what I hear.
About, but
yeah.
From what I heard, like he's going to try to give it a go here tonight for Tulsa. You know, I like the fact too that the last time they met was 10 days ago in Wichita.
Yes.
To Tulsa. That's what I like.
Well,
now you got Tulsa at home, 15-2. They're the team that's going to go overboard making adjustments. Not so much Paul Mills, the head coach of Wichita. I think you're going to get Tulsa now making the more adjustments, and not cheap enough at 3, because I got 3.5. Cheap enough. I said I'll lay it with.
I get it.
Yeah.
Because I even looked Tulsa first half. They haven't been great, and I think they're better too. That's why I lean their way.
Yeah.
But I think Wichita, they know each other so well, could stay in it. They played well the first time, was in the first half, and Tulsa. That's what I was going to see here. Wichita plays well. I'm going to jump on Tulsa. Yeah. If it isn't, they don't take care of business. And that in that last matchup on the neutral, they didn't shoot it well at all. Tulsa, 37%, 39% from three, which was a too bad, 12 for 31, and just 10 to 15 from the free throw line, 67%. They're a good free throw shooting team that can get there. They need to do that. So I think that's a good point for them if you like them to cover. So if that's my move here, talked about the total, I lean over, and if Wichita hangs here early or even as a lead, I'm going to jump on Tulsa live. I'm going to be all over it because I'm just holding off my bet in this one. And the last game, St. Joe's here. They're covering. They got it done for me. I think I'm going to leave it at that. But man, I think this could be a tough spot for them. This is a shit ton of points. I mean, I'm the ultimate guy. I want these goddamn points. Come on.
Yes.
What the hell? But I don't know. I think it's going to be a tough place to play.
I took St. Joe's, but I could envision a scenario where they lose by 18 tonight. I could.
Yeah. That's what at times they've been better. Their defense has been better, and they have made big shots. And they made big shots in that game and that comeback where they hadn't, and that can happen. But their team, they don't shoot it well from deep. But hey, I took them a ton down the stretch. I'm going to leave it at that. I don't know. Maybe not their last 10 games. I've probably been on them 6-7 times, something crazy while they were covering these numbers. So that's another one I'm going to wait and watch it. I thought New Mexico's looked pretty good. Of course, they're at home. And they're one of the only teams in the NIT where they truly have a home court advantage. And some of the fans are actually showing up. Where even some of these teams, if you're at home, they're not really going. Like this, people still showing up to the pit. So yeah, I'm going to wait there. And they kicked George Washington. I was pretty impressed. I was impressed with Sam Houston in that game too. The offense looked really, really good. So I'll wait there, man. Thank you, St. Joe's. God, I want them one more time. I think I'm just gonna wait here.
Yeah, no doubt. It should be interesting, like I said, with the NIT tonight. I just think it's a little tall, that total at 155 now with Gene Colas. Good question. That's pretty high. Not many St. Joe's games have gone over 155, and they play modest pace, but they can be good offensively. New Mexico will play fast, but 155 is kind of high for St. Joe's. And plus, let's not forget, New Mexico played outstanding defense against George Washington Revolutionaries team that can score. And New Mexico completely.
Revolutionaries.
I know. I got to still get used to calling them that. They're not the Colonials, of course, anymore. The Revolutionaries. Name change. George Washington got shut down. Very impressive defensive effort by New Mexico. So that's why I'm not totally for sure that's going over that late game tonight. All right, tomorrow, 2 more quarterfinals. Illinois State, Dayton. Dayton 7.5-point favorites, 139 the total. Nevada, Auburn. Auburn 9.5-point favorites against Nevada, 154.5 the total. This is probably one where I lean to the favorite in both games, especially the first game. There's no chance I'm betting against Dayton. Dayton has been on a mission, man. This goes back to the 8, and I give Anthony Grant tons of credit because his coaching probably has something to do with this. You know how difficult it must have been to get his team immediately pumped up for the NIT after they were 1 win shy of making the NCAA tournament, losing in that A-10 tournament championship game against VCU. That's how close Dayton was to getting into the tournament. And that was why I, looking back on it, stupidly took Bradley against Dayton in that first NIT tournament game, thinking Dayton was going to couldn't get off the mat, disappointed, upset that they fell short at the end. But then they went to Bradley and they beat the brakes off them, dominated start to finish. And then they went to Wilmington, and a little slow start, but boy, they turned that around 80-61. At Wilmington's no slouch. That was the number 1 seed in the Colonial this year, Wilmington. And they went on the road and dummied them, just waxed them by 19 points in that game. There's no chance I can stand in Dayton's way right now. And this is going to be their first home game here in the NIT tournament. UD Arena, they had to win on the road in their first 2 NIT tournament games at Bradley and Wilmington. So that place is probably actually going to have some nice atmosphere to it here for this NIT tournament quarterfinal for Dayton. So it's lay it or don't play it for me with Dayton. I think this too could be where it catches up to Illinois State. For Illinois State, they won it against Kent, they won at Wake, and it was a hard-fought game down to the wire. Now they're on the road again for a second straight game. I'm not stepping in front of Dayton. So you take it however you want, but for me, it's Dayton or pass. The other one, now, if there's one of the 2 dogs tomorrow I'd be more interested in taking a shot with, it would probably be Nevada, plus the points against Auburn. It is a tricky, trip, if you will, Reno, Nevada to Auburn, Alabama. Auburn seems to be getting better as this tournament's gone on. They beat South Alabama, didn't cover, and they beat Seattle. Again, though, didn't cover. They only won by 6, 91-85 in that one. So can Nevada hang? I'll tell you what, I'll say this. I'm not, that, C-Mac, that I'm not the biggest fan of Steve Alford, but they beat Murray State by double digits. They beat Liberty, pretty solid Liberty team with a good backcourt and experienced team, also by double digits at home in Reno. Can they duplicate those 2 performances against, on the road against an Auburn team that I don't know how much better they are than Murray and Liberty, but obviously you're talking about a power conference opponent now.
Yeah, they're better.
One throughout the course of the season, Auburn. So tricky game, but let me just put it this way: I'm tempted by the dog here, and this is me, no Nevada fan. This is no Steve Alford fan in me, and yet I'm still kind of tempted to take the points, and I'm still a little leery of laying this much with Auburn, with what I've seen from them in their first 2 NIT wins against South Alabama and Seattle, because to me they're going to have to play better than that if they're going to cover this number against Nevada. But C-Mac, what do you think for Wednesday night in the other 2 NIT quarterfinals?
Shout out to the Goracle, my guy. Illinois money line, Iowa State, wow. Michigan State money line, St. John's money line, wow. Iowa money line. All right, for the Goracle on the.
I was going to give you my thoughts and respond to that, but no, I'm saving it for tomorrow. I'm saving it.
Yeah, tomorrow's show.
16 opinions from me. We're saving it for tomorrow.
Yeah, I'm ready to roll on those games. All right. I want fucking Nevada. Give me Nevada here. Plus 9.5. This Auburn team can't play defense. Even though they're at home. This is their spot. They play better basketball at home. But they're still don't stop anybody. This is another one with South Alabama I had, even though that over didn't get there that game. I had a play on them as well. This is first half early, too. I think you could look at Nevada. Auburn's kind of been asleep. They're not playing. Their offense has kind of took them in both these games at the end, later in the second half at home, where they could get it done. I like this Nevada team for the most part. They had a kind of a bad game, I remember, at Wyoming, where they lost by 10. They've been pretty good on the road, and their team at least at times could struggle to score, but play a little bit more defense, and I'm on it here. Plus 9.5, Nevada. I'm all over. In the other game, I think Dayton wins this year. It's just, do you want to lay this 7.5, 8? When I look at both these teams, though, I look at the under.
Yeah.
We talk about NIT unders all the time, and I don't know if there's enough wiggle room. Dayton's gone over this same exact number, basically, 141.5 or 140 against Bradley, and it just was 139.5. I was hoping this would be 142. I'd really like it a lot more. Both teams don't play fast, pretty good defenses. I think this could be the end for Illinois State, a team that I've liked at times. They've played pretty good basketball. I've took a lot and just beat Wake in that last game. Talking about a game that didn't give up and played well. So I think a lean under And it's the game I think they could maybe hang around, but I do think Dayton is better.
All right, good stuff.
Shout out to the chat. Hit the like button for everyone in here. We appreciate you guys.
And very kind words from Vaughn on Twitter. Appreciate you guys. Long-time listener of both of you guys. Salute. Well, salute to you as well.
Appreciate it, my man. Hell yeah.
Yeah. Thank you for tuning in. Yep. We're here for you on the Hitting the Books show. Lots to come, too. I know college basketball slowly winding down, but we got you through the spring and the summer with baseball. And it's going to be predominantly a baseball show, in the weeks and the months ahead. We're certainly excited about that. Jack of the Day props are going to come back. We love that.
Jack of the Day.
I can't wait to be talking about those again. So, baseball will carry us here on Hitting the Books through the spring and the summer. So appreciate the kind words, Vaughn. Absolutely. Thanks for that. Remember, tomorrow, members-only show. So become a member if you're not already tomorrow, Hitting the Books. And tomorrow's a big show. We're going to go through every Sweet 16 game for Thursday, Friday in the NCAA tournament, and we'll give you a full preview, game by game, of MLB, the official opening day for Major League Baseball on Thursday. We'll give you thoughts on that. Plus the Yankee-Giant game. There is one standalone game tomorrow night, Yankees.
Oh, yeah. But we can run through that.
Netflix, their MLB debut tomorrow night.
Netflix. Crazy.
You need a compass now to find out where the baseball is this year. It could be? Is it Netflix? Is it NBC? Is it Turner? Is it ESPN? Is it fucking Apple TV? Who the hell knows?
I know. Makes you click around everywhere and have to get every service. It doesn't make me happy. Let's just put it that way. No. And then all these services, I have to have a goddamn code and everything. It's like, that's a whole nother thing. And man, you want to piss me off? That pisses me off.
It's not always easy to find your sports.
Piss me off level. I'm up. I'm up there.
It's up there.
On all this stuff. Yeah.
Piss off level.
Getting up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure.
100%. Oh, man. All right, MLB to wrap up. I don't have a lot of futures to add. I mean, the Cy Young stuff, I guess, was kind of interesting.
Yeah, okay.
As far as that, just because mostly the players' futures. We gave you a lot of the team futures yesterday, like win totals and to win the World Series. I'm high on Seattle. I mentioned that in the American League. That's my favorite, probably futures bet on that side of the board, the American League for sure. But I think if you're looking at certainly, Cy Young and Manager of the Year, there's certainly still some good options there as far as props are concerned. I'm just looking to find it there. But, as far as the home, we gave you Chandler Simpson. We mentioned stolen bases. Like I said, could be worth a shot for him because, plus 500, and he stole a shit ton of bases in a short period of time last year. That could definitely be something that is worth a look. Here we go. Oh, yeah. Cy Young, American League and National League. Obviously, look, Skeen's the favorite, without a doubt, for the Pittsburgh at plus 240. I would say, though, if you're looking for just a little bit of value, though, on the National League side, can he duplicate it? We'll see. But I really like Sanchez for the Phillies. Even Logan Webb, man, he pitched pretty well in the World Baseball Classic. There could be some value with the two of them as far as the odds board for the NL Cy Young on the National League side of the equation coming into this season. I think on the American League side, I kind of feel like going back to some of my familiar targets here, like Logan Gilbert for Seattle, maybe
20-1.
Yeah, those are the prices I start to get interested as far as Gilbert 18. Even Hunter Brown 12. I mean, I don't want to bet the likes of Scooble could win it, Crochet could win it, but I don't want to bet him at plus 250, plus 300 to win that award. I'd be looking more at Brown. And looking toward Gilbert, those kind of options as far as Cy Young is concerned. A couple of the Blue Jays, Cease has times looked vulnerable, but the Blue Jay pitching coach is really good working with these guys and has seemed to get the most out of everybody. So even at 25-1 with Cease, and even Gausman, who's going to be the opening day starter for the Blue Jays, 40-1. Bradish, if he can stay healthy, I'm kind of tempted by. Because I think Kyle Bradish for Baltimore's got some pretty solid stuff. And I don't even hate the idea at 55-1, even though he's very young. We need to see him for a full season, but he had damn good stuff for the Yankees. I'm not even against taking a flyer at 55, 60 to 1, Cy Young AL, Cam Schlittler for the New York Yankees, because I think he's got really good stuff. And it's just a question of can he do it over the course of a full season, for sure. So those are a couple of futures there on the Cy Young board for me. Connor, I know you were taking some time, to look into it more overnight and into today. Futures-wise, whether it's team futures, player futures, what are you interested in? What do you like?
Yeah, I've kind of been seeing if I want to put anything on the NL Rookie of the Year. I don't know if I am, but I already put this one in because at this price, I thought it was one of the better ones, even here, just at DraftKings. There's a few books that's lower than some others. But give me Murakami for the White Sox. AL Rookie of the Year.
I like that.
9 to 1. 9 to 1.
Yep.
I'm on it. I bet it. I'm not going crazy with it. But I think we've seen in the spring, like I think he's a guy that can get 20 jacks and so around there, though, that'll be enough. We've seen that already in his career. He's 26 years old. Yep. We're about to be kind of in his prime and just needs to stay healthy. I mean, that's a lot of these with these, wait all year type bet, have your money held up. But I thought it was great value. There's other ones in the AL you could look at. I mean, we'll see with Savage, Blue Jays. We saw him in the World Series if he can hold. I don't know about him pitching full. We'll see. It's some of these other guys. And in the end, NL, I was kind of going through it. I haven't made a bet on
I
some
like
of
Connor
these,
Griffin. I really do. I know it's
only
only
like Griffin
on him.
Yeah, I looked at Chandler. I hadn't made it better, anything, but I was looking at some of these prices
for the Pirates,
for the NL.
Yeah, Connor Griffin's had an unbelievable spring for the Pittsburgh Pirates, and I'm interested. Bubba Chandler at 20 to 1, another Pirate that's got a shot. I'll be a little biased with this take here, but I'll mention it at 30 to 1 because he's Canadian, and he had a great WBC for Canada. Owen Casey. Casey. Don't sleep on him. I think he's going to be a good ball player in this league. And this is his official rookie season because he only got called up to the Cubs late last season. And then he got moved to the Marlins in the offseason. So he's with Miami now, Owen Casey. I think at 30 to 1, it's not a bad price for him.
Yeah, big price.
Yeah.
You get it. And I'm in the AL Cy Young. It's tough. Like the only guys I looked at haven't made a bet or anything was the same ones. Got a Brown, 15 to 1, Gilbert, but nothing I'm going to bet. Both Cy Youngs. And the other one is like, another one. It's like, he's just so good. Yamamoto, this is the price. Skeen, of course, the favorite. Snell, I think, is a sleeper, but he's going to be hurt again. He's going to miss time. He's already got 2 Cy Youngs that were borderline, probably shouldn't have had. Even as good as he was, even those short times he missed in those years. Nothing Cy Young or MVP. You have anything MVP? It's just automatic now. Judge and Ohtani.
Right. I mean, that's the problem, right? Is someone going to unseat one of those motherfuckers for a change?
That's what I'm saying. You need an injury, and can a guy like, I don't know, Tatis have a huge year? Ronald Acuna Jr. come back and have a massive year? That's all I'm trying to think. Like the Braves are pretty good in the playoffs, and he stays healthy, which is or Ellie De La Cruz, a massive year. I don't know. Those are just kind of looks.
To me, at least to me, because of the way I know how the voting works, it would take something big to unseat Aaron Judge in the American League side or Shohei Ohtani on the National League side. It's almost like you're putting money in the incinerator betting MVP, for me at least, unless you're taking Judge and Ohtani. Yeah. So that's unfortunate. That's I think there's some value, but they really have does anyone really have a strong shot knocking out one of those two guys? As far like if I were to look at an AL, Bobby Witt Jr., Vlad, I think it could have a monster year. Even Henderson and Anthony on the American League side. Gunnar Henderson had a good
They're on their way up.
Yeah, and it could have a bounce back. I think he will have a bounce back year, Gunnar Henderson, because he had a down year last year for Baltimore. Roman Anthony,
he was out a little ways.
Yeah. Like there's value, but are they really gonna, win it over Aaron Judge if Aaron Judge is healthy? That's the problem.
Caminero. There's these young guys that are good. Kurtz, Anthony, that could really be the new. So if you think that, I mean, yeah, but Judge's got to get hurt too, I think, for a significant amount of time, I believe.
I think at least in the American League side, there's some good value shots to upset Judge. I feel less about that on the National League side with Ohtani.
Yeah,
Like
I don't
Soto,
blame you.
Acuna, Tatis. Do I trust any of these guys? I don't know. Lindor, same thing. I don't know if I trust these. Ellie, but we'll see. I mean, he's got great speed, but kind of the numbers with the plate kind of underwhelming at times last year. But no question, like I said, at the end of the day, it's difficult to bet the MVP market because your only value is fading Judge and Ohtani, and they're, it's going to take something significant for them not to win it probably when it's all said and done. Great stuff. We appreciate all you guys joining us. Steven Jackson, Nicholas Handy, Gorky, Morgan Spooner, Spoons Bets, Mark A, Gene Colas, M the Great One. We appreciate all of you joining us. Hit the like button. Members show tomorrow, so make sure you become a member of the channel if not already, and join us for the members only show on Wednesday, where we will talk Sweet 16 and opening day MLB on Thursday. Cannot wait for that. Big show tomorrow. Make sure you join us for that. All right, let's wrap this up, C-Mac, and best bets here for this Tuesday night. You can go on anywhere you want. NHL, NBA, the NIT. What do you got for Tuesday night for best bet?
Yeah, I was just going to go NHL, but I'll save this because we're not going to go over it tomorrow. It's a bet for tomorrow. It's Nevada. I bet it. It's in. Plus 9.5. Best bet. Not tonight. Hold off for tomorrow. Best bet.
There you go. Save it for tomorrow night. Nevada,
save it.
Plus 9.5.
And I'll have a Sweet 16 a better too for that tomorrow. Couple.
Absolutely. Yep.
You could do that.
Let's see. Let's go with what are we going to go with here for tonight? Let's go with NBA. Let's go with Sacramento Charlotte over the total. I like that. Sacramento Charlotte. I think we're going to see points in that game. I went with New Orleans' best bet on the NBA show. I usually like to give you something else here on this show, especially if I'm going NBA. So Sacramento Charlotte over 230. I think is the best number out there right now with that total. I think we're going to get points there in that game tonight with the Kings and the Hornets. All right, that's a wrap. Appreciate you guys joining us. Hit the like button on the way out for Connor Mack. I'm Ian Cameron. Have a great Tuesday night. Enjoy the games and good luck. We will see you for a members only hitting the books tomorrow, Wednesday, 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. Until then, class dismissed.
Peace.